Hey folks, prime time here. Today I'm going to be going over this chat GTP. You've probably seen a lot of buzz about it on the internet. I've been playing around for the last couple of days. It's pretty interesting. GTP, I believe, stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. So basically, it's like an AI system. I've looked into stuff like years ago when it was just a buzzword and a hype, and it's pretty interesting. I use SciPy to do some of that stuff in Python. Spinning up like different epochs for categorizing flowers in real estate data. This system by OpenAI takes it to a whole different level. I mean, these guys have been at the forefront. I believe the head guy is one of Geoffrey Hinton's students. Geoffrey Hinton was a professor at the University of Toronto, and he was credited as being one of the godfathers with doing some of the machine learning stuff. Nonetheless, the technology has evolved to some degree, not to some degree, I'd say to a lot of degree, compared to your Series and your Lexus and whatnot. So this chat GPT is very interesting. I'm going to show you what I've been doing with it and how I've been using it. I'm just going to walk you through basically how it looks and just the way I've been personally using it. Okay, so let's have a look at it. So this is the chat GPT here. As you can see, I have my Vim helper up. I do a little bit of coding just for kicks, and sometimes I use, not sometimes, most times I use the Vim mode. I like using Vim, but you don't always remember all the commands. I mean, I've been using Vim for like years. I know some of the commands, but not all the commands. Some use more than others. I normally have a cheat sheet open. The cheat sheet is not bad, but it's not very quick and it's not very decisive. So I started using a little bit of the chat GPT. You can see it here. For example, I just asked it, Vim command to move a line of code. And it kind of gave me an example right here. Yeah, you can use DD, which makes it mean delete, and then paste it where you want to paste it. There is another option that you could use, which it didn't tell you, which is to use view, which is capital V, and using the Alt key, but who cares? The bottom line is that it provides you like a real-time examples how you'd use the chat GPT to aid you in doing some of your coding. I've actually used it to actually correct some of my coding as I was going through, and I've been doing a little bit of Rust, and some of the concepts were, they're C-like, but not exact. And I just used the chat just to go back and clarify exactly what the code is doing. So that's one example. Another one is I was getting my car fixed, and the guy gave me a quote, and it was a good quote. I always like to call around other places to find out what the going rate is. It takes a little bit of time. So I said, hey, let me kick this thing into the chat GPT and see what it comes back with. At first, it kind of was fighting me. Hopefully I can show it to you. Yeah, like, look, I had to go back 7 times for it to finally buckle and give me the right answer. Sometimes you got to ask the questions like multiple ways to get the answer you're looking for. So it's going to give you a response, and you don't like the answer, you got to kind of go back and tune it. Like what it tells you can't do, you have to challenge it. Like maybe asking like what if, and say I had no choice and that kind of stuff, and see what it comes back with. But you can see it actually gave me a pretty good answer. Like the price I paid for repair was smack dab like in the middle of this, pretty close to it. So it's pretty accurate. So you can use it in that regards. What else? I've been using it for, I was helping my little nephew with some Pokemon stuff. And, I asked it just to identify all the Pokemon colors. It did that. And just general political questions. I had asked it some employment questions, like how much a particular sector makes working in my geographical area. And it's pretty good at doing that. The only thing it wasn't good at is it doesn't right now scrape the internet. And I'm hoping that they'll turn a feature on. I kind of heard they had it on and they turned it off. I think having that feature is just paramount. I can see why they probably don't want it. But I think you're going to beta test this thing, just kick the doors down, dude. Just let it rip, right? You can always shut it off after, I think. So I think they should just let it rip. Let us use it, go back and tweak it as needed. because right now it's usable. I'd say it's like usable like 6/10 of the way. Sometimes you also got to know the data you're getting. Like the example I gave you, the Vim. Like, this is correct, this will work. Is this the best way to do it? No, it's not. You can do it another way. So you gotta have a kind of rough idea what you're looking for, a rough idea. But as a quick reminder, hey, is that how it works? Boom, it's gonna give you the answer and away you go. All right, so, you know, I didn't go through a whole lot of like code to like show you back and forth how it goes. I think you get the gist of it. The bottom line is to try it out, give feedback. Whenever it answers a question correctly, I give it a thumbs up. If it doesn't answer the questions correctly, I'll give it a thumbs down. I'll provide feedback to the OpenAI guys so they kind of know, like, you know, what I'm seeing as a limitation, and, you know, reward it for when it gets the answer right or close to the right answer. Okay, so give it a try. I think it's interesting. I can see how this will be very useful in the future. The present, as it grows and evolves, I can see how this is going to be useful. Just off the hop, you can see the manner in which I have my tabs set up here. So, you know, Vim, I got cost to replace my car, accounting standards, meaning a Pokemon card, how many Pokemon cards, CNN political affiliation, employment, stuff like that. You can almost see the like little general things you want to keep an eye on and have an understanding. And you can see how this thing can just be persistently there in the back. You have like something you want to ask, you jump in there and it's continuously building a repertoire with you, and it's also gathering further data. So I think that could be, it's almost like a sidekick. Like, this seems like your sidekick. It's like, say you have like a really like guru friend. You know, we all have one of those guys, you know, a little bit of a dick, but they know a lot of shit, right? It's just kind of like that, without the attitude and arrogance. So it's pretty nifty. It can definitely augment your knowledge base and level you up in ways you never thought possible. All right, so check it out. Yeah, let me know what you think. Other than that, all good. I'm just going to get ready to sign off here. So again, prime time here. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. All right, give me a thumbs up if you like it. Ciao. Thanks.